Hi, it's Melissa Daniels from strabismussolutions.com. Strabismus is when your eyes do not point in the same direction like this. Now, I have been through years of vision therapy and strabismus surgery to get my eyes working together and looking straight again. But vision therapy isn't just for adults. As many of you know, lots of times kids are actually the ones that are going through vision therapy. And through all the different exercises, it can become really challenging to keep a child engaged. I know because I had a son who struggled with convergence insufficiency and accommodative insufficiency, and he went through months of vision therapy. And I'm here to tell you that it was definitely a challenge keeping him engaged. But as a mom of 4 kids and as a teacher and someone who's been through vision therapy, I have some really great tips for you that can help keep your child engaged through vision therapy. So for a full article with 8 different ideas, you can go to strabismussolutions.com/fun, and it goes through 8 different ways that you can make vision therapy more fun. But in this video, I'm just going to highlight my 2 favorites that I feel like make the biggest difference. I think sometimes we get stuck in this idea that if we aren't like working hard and being miserable, then we're not making progress. And that is so not the case, especially with vision therapy. Actually, if your child is laughing and having fun, they're going to be so much more relaxed, which is a huge key for them having success in retraining their brain and their eyes. So if you can get them super comfortable and laughing, you're going to have way more progress. So some of the ways that I like to make things silly is to just simply involve my child's interests. So for a younger kid, this is going to be different than a teenager. I was going through this with like a tween. And so something that you can do that's really fun is for exercises, there's so many different exercises that use pens, whether it's looking near to far or jumping your eyes from pen to pen or tracking a pen. I mean, there's so many different exercises. So you're going to have to take whatever your optometrist gives you and then make these little adjustments to make it more fun. Print out pictures of celebrities that they would know or care about. Or if it's a littler kid, you can print out pictures of Daniel Tiger or a princess, whatever it is, and just tape them to a pen or tape them to a popsicle stick. And instead you can say, for my teenager, it was all like, keep your eyes on Taylor Swift. Don't let Taylor Swift out of your vision. And so, you're tracking this one and you're supposed to keep this other one in your peripheral, and you can put the celebrity over here or whatever, like silly stuff, right? You're still getting the same thing. You're tracking, you're moving your eyes, but your kid can roll their eyes at you and think you're a dork and also be more engaged, right? Like that's just a little something that you can do, especially for a little kid. It's so much more fun to look at a picture of something that they think is fun. Okay, another way to make it more silly, there's a lot of exercises where your child might be using a chalkboard or a whiteboard with, drawing circles or, sometimes you make a clock and you're using different things for peripheral. There's a lot of different aspects. And so I'm not going to go into like every exercise and every modification you can make. But for I use this actually with my niece, and she thought it was hysterical because she didn't have a whiteboard at home. And so she was just putting paper on the wall and using paper and a pen. And I was like, well, let's just use a window. And she looked at me like I was crazy. But we went to the window and she was able to use whiteboard markers on a window, which completely erase, no problem. But it's naughty, right? Kids feel like it's naughty to write on the window, which it's not. And it's even more amazing because they are able to look out, and that's going to expand their peripheral view as well. So especially for my little 4-year-old, she loves this. Now, she doesn't necessarily do vision therapy, but we'll do this with practicing ABCs or numbers, and many vision therapy activities can be applied to that. So writing on a window. Going along with this, you can also write on a mirror. And I'm sorry my face is so shiny and bright. It's because it's a beautiful spring day and the sun is shining, so I'm okay with it. Same thing can work on a mirror. You can write on a mirror, and something that we've had a lot of fun with is you can draw a mustache on the mirror and then line up your face so that the mustache is right on your face. And this could be used for exercises. I know there's a lot where kids are trying to keep their head still while their eyes are moving. And that can be really hard for kids. They want to move their head with their eyes. And so you could say, okay, you've got to keep the mustache right on your face, or like crazy eyebrows or whatever it is while they're doing the exercise, whatever it is, right? You're going to have to use some creativity. So another way that you can make vision therapy more fun is to let them create their own exercises. Now, they can come up with their own fun ideas. One of my favorite things is when my child is whining about doing their vision therapy, I say, okay, how can we make this more fun? That's my favorite question, and let them come up with ideas. So there's that aspect of just, mixing things up and making it a little bit different. But then you can also have them literally make their own exercises. And the ones I'm specifically thinking about are exercises that work with red and blue or red and green glasses. And I have a whole article on my website all about how to do that. And you can see the link below, and I'll put that in the description. But you can totally make your own glasses. Some of them are for anti-suppression, getting both eyes working at the same time. And others are all about improving your stereopsis, or the depth perception. So they're ones where have a red circle and a blue circle, and as they move apart and together and you're wearing those glasses, they come in and out of the screen. But if you are using Word, you can use all sorts of different icons, and you can change the width, and you can change the borders and change the colors, and your child can play with all those settings. Kids are so tech savvy, and this is something that I know engages my kids so much more. So they can go through that tutorial, learn how to make them, and then let them experiment with it. How can they make exercises that work really well for them? The thing that I love about this is the process of making the exercise is exercise. Like they have to have those glasses on, and they're testing whether things are working or not. And that's just awesome. It's so good. Those days when I've created a few different PDFs that you can buy on my website, and the days that I worked on those the most, I'd spend hours working on these to try to make them, perfect the process. Those days I felt like my brain was in overdrive, and I was having some really powerful 3D experiences because I did spend that longer time and I was very engaged. So I think this could really work well for kids. I say give it a try. Why not? What do you have to lose? For the other 6 ways that I think you can make vision therapy more fun with your child, head over to my website at strabismussolutions.com/fun. And if your child ends up making their own strabismus or amblyopia or whatever, convergence insufficiency, if they make their own exercises in PDF form, have them email them to me at melissa@strabismussolutions.com. And if it's good enough, I might even buy it from them. So have fun with it. Engage together. I think when we all share our ideas, it makes it so much more fun for everybody. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.